I lost my 5% big ticket play last week on the Houston Texans, plus the points in LA. I'm still number one at Wagertalk all time with 5% big ticket plays in the NFL, but I lost with the Texans last week, and now they're on Monday Night Football against Tampa. How do we approach it when we lose a big bet on a team, and now they're playing the next week, and we have to decide what to do with them again? Let's talk about it. Teddy Covers from Wagertalk.com with a big game breakdown, talking Monday Night Football, the Bucs and the Texans. Right now, looking at the Odds Logic live odds screen, I'm seeing mostly minus 2.5s out there for Houston. Total sitting in the 42.5 range. Total's been bet up a little bit. The side was 3 for much of the week, now down to 2.5. That has a lot to do with the Texans' injury report, which is somewhat concerning here. But we talk about Houston. This is a team that I'm a little bit higher on than the markets coming into the season. All right, everyone's using the same, Houston's offensive line stinks, Houston's offensive line stinks. So the Texans had a plan for what they were going to do offensively on the offensive line. And throughout preseason, the starting offensive line was solid. All right, there were all these concerns. C.J. Stroud really declined last year. No, he didn't. C.J. Stroud didn't have a good offensive line last year. And that was a big part of the Texans' struggles. Most of the Texans' struggles. But what do we know about this team this year? The defense is elite. All right, this is going to be a top 5 NFL defense. It might be a top 3 NFL defense. It might be the best defense in the league. They did a remarkable job last week at shutting down Matthew Stafford. The offense had problems, and a lot of it was the Rams' defensive front, which gave Stroud all kinds of trouble. And there were injuries for Houston in that ballgame. A pair of injuries on the offensive line that made a big difference in the ballgame. Even with that, all right, they were still able to run the football effectively throughout the game. 4.2 yards per carry. Nick Chubb was good, but without Ed Ingram, it was a late scratch. And Jake Andrews, the center who got hurt, the guard in the center, there was pressure. And of course, they went 2 of 9 on third downs. They had 11 penalties. They were 0 for 1 in the red zone. They turned the ball over twice. And even with that, they're going down the field with a chance to win the game. They got in the red zone. And then Dare Ogunbowale lost the second fumble. He's been in the league 9 years, only lost 2 fumbles. Last one came in 2019. And he lost one there. And that cost the Texans their last chance in a situation where they were already in the red zone. I thought they were going to win the game and cover the number until that late fumble. You read the quotes after the game, and, here's what Stroud said. Quote, "We didn't deserve to win that game because we didn't do the right things. We can come out in the NFL lollygagging, going through the motions. That kind of happens. I think we'll be all right, but it's a good wake-up call for us." Asked, why is it a wake-up call? I just think the way we practiced this week, people can practice better. So we're talking about a team that's at home on Monday Night Football, off a frustrating loss. Even with the OL injuries and an elite defense, even with the OL injuries, Houston is clearly a team that I've got my eye on, a team that I think may well be worthy of a wager here. But we got to talk about Tampa. Tampa is an interesting scenario here. Before I do that, I want to let you know about what's going on right now at Wagertalk.com. Look, we got packages for everyone. We got a Weekend Warrior package if you want just a weekend. We got a week-long packages. We have a month-long deal right now, $199 every play, every sport for a month for the next month. Just $199, it's like $100 off. We've got buy 3 months, get a 4th free. We've got NFL full season. We got college football full season. We got, and by the way, NBA starting a little over a month from now. Plenty of options available if you want to get on board. I understand. Look, some people have no interest in buying picks. That's fine. There are people that do. Let's partner up. Visit the website, wagertalk.com. Visit my homepage, wt.buzz/TC to get on board. When it comes to this video, guys, real simple. Appreciate those likes. Boom. Hit the like button. Makes all the difference for the YouTube algorithms. Thank you. If you want, comment below. Tell us what you think. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Well over 200,000 of you are now subscribed to this channel. You get instant alerts every time these videos go live. Tampa beat Atlanta last week. Let's be realistic. Atlanta beat themselves in that ballgame. Baker only 5.2 yards per pass attempt. He was contained throughout that contest. They're still without, obviously, a couple of wideouts with Jalen McMillan getting hurt. They're missing their Pro Bowl left tackle, Tristan Wirfs, still recovering from knee surgery. It's a reworked offensive line. And that's likely to be a problem against Houston. All right. Bucky Irving, 2.6 yards per carry. Baker was the Bucs' leading rusher. And Atlanta's defense is nothing compared to Houston's defense. All right. Bucs coming off a win. Texans coming off a loss. Week 2 of the NFL, that's advantage the team coming off a loss. You know, you just do nothing but bet teams off a loss versus teams off a win. Long-term profitability in week 2. So it's Texans or pass for this better on Monday night. And that's the way I break it down right here for Wagertalk TV. Thanks so much for watching. Best of luck with all your bets this weekend into Monday. And be sure to stay tuned right here on this channel for more quality free play content from Wagertalk.com. Cheers.